I snap open, early. Yes, today's the day. I'm full of nerves, but also ambition. Good morning, I'm Emily, your new Clippy. I practice with my reflection until perfection. I leave home rivaling the sun itself. My buttons and boots are shining. Jacket ironed and cap on tight. All aboard the bus, no whining. All but jump inside that cool, closed space. See the city through squares of glass. First day, all right, I can do this. Yes. Welcome aboard as travellers pass. Brows raised when they see red lipstick, traded out for a conductor's moustache. They say nothing, though, just tip their caps. All part of this morning's farce. All quiet on the North London front as we move and stop and start. I relax, take fares, even smile a little when stuck behind horse and cart. Then, suddenly boarding, a pair of bright eyes, blue as the Southend Sea. They look just like yours, but he's not you. Truly, how could he be? Your eyes are seeing such different scenes, your bus battles from trench to trench. I've heard the stories, I've read the news. How do you cope with the mustard gas stench? Out there against horrors I just can't imagine. How do you sleep through the night? When demons with rifles and spikes on their heads haunt your dreams with vampiric delight. My stomach drops and twists a little, thinking of you like that. I blink, I think, I take a breath. Here's your ticket, sir. And he sat.
Buses, those beautiful machines that we see when we walk on the streets. You were suddenly taken, transformed, and recruited for war. It's funny, I never noticed you until you were gone. Buses, you were supposed to be here, not supposed to be there. But you left me for the Western Front without even saying goodbye. Buses, can you believe it? More than 1,000 buses were deliberately recruited to transport soldiers to war. You were armed with spades and pickaxes, or sometimes used as ambulances to carry the wounded and the dead. But you were supposed to be here, not supposed to be there. Nobody asked you. Nobody prepared you for the horrors that you would see. But why you? Why buses? Nobody was there to take care of you at the end of the night. Nobody was there to ask you if you were feeling all right. You were the only shelter for soldiers to heal their pain as you collected them in the pouring rain. But you were supposed to be here in London streets with me, not supposed to be there. It's funny, I've never noticed you until you were gone.
"What do you see?" said the blind man. I looked around at him and said, "Fate, chance, circumstance, somewhat swinging around our way." And although he was blind, I swear I felt the heat of his gaze on my back. I cleared my throat and tried again and said, "Grey." "Nothing new," the young veteran replied. I could have told you that. I didn't know what had changed since he'd stopped seeing, but I carried on regardless. "There's a shelled-out cottage. Even then, there's not much to say, just where it is, then where it isn't." He squeezed my hand and said, "What else?" "The ground is everywhere. Looks like it hasn't been even since the Exodus. There's wood in it and wire. It's filled with so much blood and muscle. I find it almost comforting. It froze, then it thawed, and I think it's going to freeze again. All the holes have something in them that's warm and heavy as milk. I don't know if you saw the London buses back when you could see. They've taken them away. Said they'd done their job, took my brother with them. Somehow it all looks a lot less like home than it did before." "What colour is it?" he asked. "It's brown. It's lonely. It's desolate." He clapped his hand to my shoulder and said, "It could be worse. You could be blind."
My wounded heart bursting into pain as the engine is gasping for its last breath of fresh air. My joy crippled by broken memories as the dust settles on my fading face. My ignite switch is no longer in use as I dig deep through my buried thoughts. My battle days have become torn between Christmas victory parades and the guns of August. Beaten to fight, failing to succeed. I'm hurt, I'm proud, but not promising. I remember when I was a major step for progression, revolutionary to mankind, built from creation, used as an ambition, transport the many lives, the many hopes, the many dreams, keeping London moving, from the West End to the Western Front, once bright red as a poppy field, now camouflaged into darkness. My journey had ended with the untold stories, blinded by the silent cries that has become paralysed in my dreams. 29 route from Euston in the morning to the everyday trenches at night. Day by day, hour by hour, year by year, beaten to fight, bleeding to succeed. The red, velvet, warm leather seats that kept my friends warm. A place of home, a place of safety. Hold tight, please, as I wait to be used on the battlefield. The days of beeping my horn at the city girls, carrying the prettiest ones from A to B without them ever paying a fee, while flashing my light to say goodnight, send me away with a smile. Memories of the good old days. I'm left as a black and white photo of what was called hope, built as a bus but made of a soldier. I'm the untold story, hurt, proud and promising. Where my journey has now ended. This bus terminates here. Please take all of your belongings. You have reached your final destinations. Goodbye, good luck, God bless. My soul awakens to the above.
She told me not to fight. The pain she feels is not for her. Now I see 100 men in sight, but all I perceive is the host of her. She's here with me, oh how I love her smile. She's here, but also there. I know it's been a while. These 100 men want me to live. The host wants me to die. These 100 men want my flesh to heal, but none can cure my mind. Why fight, she says, why fight? Can't you see this isn't right? I fight because in my dreams you'll need me, while your host greets me at night. Why did you leave, oh dear one? We enjoy the stories of the sun and the moon's song. And yet you're here, by my side, your host ready, with eager eyes. They knew the 100 men have bowed their heads. They knew my time was nigh, and there it was upon her face, the cruel smile from your host, the happiness she feels when I say goodbye.